for the first time in this one. And we get our first look at Gunnar Stockton. As we get late in the season, his performance has made him a contender, if not one of the favorites for the Heisman Trophy. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Left side, it's Taylor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give to Frazier. And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Sports across the 30 to the 32. A pickup of 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
That's perfectly fine. From a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him.
Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. They bring him down, but once again, this offense moves the chains on 4th down to keep the drive alive. Handoff for Frazier. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Jukes his way for more. Runs through a man. He might have space. The 50. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Changing the routes with his receivers. To throw, it's Stockton. Out wide left, it's Frazier. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Dogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Here's a give to Frazier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man in Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around, has really proven to be a great back.
And the Dogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Direct snap. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Left side is Frazier. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
And this offense now is decision time. Man, they've put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
Bought a little time, lets it go. And they will score! Touchdown, Georgia! The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They'll need a bunch on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Handoff, Bothwell. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Caught by Williams on the right. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. He's got enough. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Just smothered on the play. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Right side, it's Frazier. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff for Frazier. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Drops back. It's Stockton. Unloads it left. Intercepted for the 11th time. And they'll drag him down. Return on the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. Handoff to the single back. And he's brought down after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run him again. Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll set up to throw. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Nate Frazier. All over him immediately. Mississippi State calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Tight end now in motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. He'll pull it down and run. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Left side, it's Johnson. They finally get to him, but what a... And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more critical.
Wide open spaces. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Turning it on! He now has 110 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Moves to his right. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Bulldogs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Frazier. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Humphries. Touchdown, Dogs! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Frazier again. Got the 1st down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st down for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's a give to Frazier.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got some green grass. There he goes. The 20. He's a slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Still looking to his right. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Quarterback keep. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Mississippi State going up tempo.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Selling the fake. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, the offense...
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking to throw at Stockton. Oh, pressure's coming. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Keeps it himself. Pulls it on the option. Showing off the arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, you just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Rushes on. Zings it complete to the right. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
This time they stop him behind the line. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! They take the lead here in the fourth.
Big time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Fires immediately. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Right side, it's Humphreys. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. On the ground, it's Phillips. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. The fake wants to throw. Flush to the left. Out wide left, it's Wiley. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. Mississippi State calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. He's past the marker. Still running at the 40. Oh, a lot of space. And he scores! Touchdown Bulldogs! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Williams. Finds some room. He's at the touchdown, Mississippi State. Rolling into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
The Bulldogs take their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Georgia comes quickly to the line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's changing the play. Here's Nate Frazier. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.